Hello and welcome to the third lecture on vector algebra. In my previous two videos so far I have discussed the basic concepts on vector algebra, and in the second video I have discussed the law of vector addition. In my second video I have specially considered the parallelogram law of vector addition. The link of the first two lectures is given in the description box of this video. Now let's have some numerical problem on the topics so far I have discussed. In the first problem it is given that the magnitude of a vector A, B and C are respectively 12, 5 and 13 units, and vector A plus vector B is equal to C. Then find the angle between A and B. Now let's see the solution of this problem. As it is given that vector A plus vector B is equal to vector C, that implies that C is the resultant of A and B. Therefore, the modulus of vector C can be obtained by applying parallelogram law of vector addition, which was discussed in the second video. You can check the link. Now I have put the mod value of vector C, vector A and vector B also, and I got this equation where I have to determine the value of cosine theta, by which I can determine the angle between A and B. In the next step I have squared both sides of this equation and got the result as 169 is equal to 144 plus 25 plus 120 cos theta, from which the value of cos theta becomes 0. That implies the angle theta is equal to 90 degree. As we know, cos 90 is equal to 0. Now let us picturize the given problem, which is something like this. We have already got that vector A and B is perpendicular to each other. That means the vector A and B can be represented like this, and C is the resultant of A and B. So the vector C can be represented by an arm connecting the initial point of A and the final point of B. Now there is an alternate way to solve this problem. If you carefully look at the values, then you can see that 12, 5 and 13 satisfies Pythagoras theorem. As these values are satisfying the Pythagoras theorem, so you can easily comment that the angle between A and B is 90 degree. However, I have shown the formal way to solve the problem. Now let's see some similar problem based on this type. In problem 2 it is given that there are two force vectors, one of 5 Newton and other of 12 Newton. At what angle the two vectors should be added to get resultant vector of 17 Newton, 7 Newton and 13 Newton respectively. Here are the options for you. In the next problem it is given that two forces 3 Newton and 2 Newton are at angle theta such that the resultant is R. The first force is now increased to 6 Newton and the resultant becomes 2R. Then you have to find the value of angle theta. Let me explain the problem in details first. There was two vectors, one was 3 Newton and another was 2 Newton. They were at an angle theta degree inclined with each other. At that time the resultant was R. Now the first vector, that is 3 Newton, is increased to 6 Newton and the resultant becomes 2R. This is the given condition from which you have to determine the value of theta. Here are the options for you. This problem is also based on parallelogram law of vector addition. Let's find the next question. In the fourth question it is given that the resultant of two vectors A and B is perpendicular to the vector A, and the magnitude of the resultant is equal to half of the magnitude of the vector B. Find the angle between A and B. Here are the options for you. In the next question it is given that two equal vectors act at a point inclined to each other at an angle of 120 degree. Find the magnitude of their resultant. The options are here. So far in this video I have solved one numerical problem and shown you four similar type of numericals which can be solved by applying parallelogram law of vector addition. Now you have to try to solve the unsolved problem which had been shown in this video, and I request you to comment your answer in the comment section of this video. Thank you very much.